Welcome to Norm MacDonald Live, episode number 2. And tonight we have the great Tom Green on the show. We will be asking him questions, interviewing him. I will be interviewing him along with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egret.
It's Egret.
Egret.
No,
he's right.
I had a little guy on my show that I found in the
A little
Royal York.
person.
A little person.
Should explain to the folks.
And he was an alcoholic. And he
Like Adam
we
Egret.
put him up. Yeah, we put him up at the
Egret.
Royal.
Okay, we're back with Adam Egret and
Egret,
rather. Here, Fred.
Adam.
Whatever. What a name's a name. Jesus Christ, it gets fucking.
You knew what he meant.
A new study shows dogs can tell when people are doling out fake praise. So I guess that's the one thing that differentiates my dog from Adam Egret. Who's Adam Egret? Oh.
Just a funny name.
Oh, just a funny name? Okay, all right.
Adam Egret is him.
Oh, I didn't know that's your last
His
name.
name is Adam Egret.
Egret.
So
I had no idea you were Adam
Just
Egret.
be nice to
I
him.
forget sometimes.
Okay. I'm not saying that your trusty sidekick, Adam Egret, is dumb, but on his contract where it said sign here, he wrote Capricorn. To a letterman.
That's so dumb. What's an octoroon?
Well, I don't know. It seems to me some.
Eighth of a black guy? Is that what you're going to say?
Isn't it an octoroon, Andy?
It is
No,
an eighth of a black guy. Who is Andy? You were just,
Who is Andy?
you just said Andy.
I was thinking of Andy Kindler, my good friend.
Because you're
I
pointing.
thought he was here.
No,
It seemed
it's
almost like it was
Adam.
point. Yeah,
Adam.
that's
Well,
fine.
Andy and Adam,
No, it's
that's
fine.
great.
It sounds close. Adam
Yeah,
Sandler,
it's
Andy
close enough.
Sandberg.
Oh,
You know
boy.
what I mean?
Adam.
Yeah.
How could I forget that? Adam.
We're
Is it?
going to have Adam Egret do a joke.
Oh, good. And it's Adam, not Andy.
No, I know. I'm trying.
You don't hear any more about.
In the camera.
Oh, sorry. You don't hear any more about Bob Costas' infected eye. Who is stonewalling this investigation? I'm thinking about a year, I would work on my delivery.
You don't hear any more about Bob Costas' infected eye? Who's stonewalling this investigation?
He's a consummate amateur.
Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egret. Oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, "Hey, where's my hat?"
Sorry, Neil Patrick Harris' cock.
It's on his dick. Go get it.
I bet Neil Patrick Harris fucking shoved his cock deep up his asshole. Huh?
I'm used to say goodbye, nothing new to me. Baby, I'm trying to survive and know that you believe in a world with happy endings. So tired of pretending. Oh.
Adam Egret, who is, by the way, I'll just
Egret.
remind you, he's over here. That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a joke, an Adam Egret joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egret,
Egret. Spelt differently.
like the bird.
That's Egret.
Do you know what Adam Egret has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egret has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now.
Everybody lies, right? You gotta lie there, but you ever lie for no reason? That's a bad lie there. You know, usually there's a reason, like you want to protect somebody's feelings or, you know, screw over your buddy or something like that, but you ever lie for no reason at all, just all of a sudden a big lie spills out of your evil head there, you know? And you don't even know, like a guy comes up to you and go, "Hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and a horse?" And you go, "Yes." And in the back of your head, you go, "What the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head?" I don't know, man.
You know, Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. You know, it's like he said,
Yes.
You ever find yourself, one of his Norm's bits, which I just thought like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? saying, "Hey, did you see Avatar?" Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's.
Is the First Lady a compulsive liar, though? It's beginning to look that way. In an interview on last night's 2020, intended to promote her new book, It Takes a Village, Mrs. Clinton folded under tough questioning by Barbara Walters and admitted that, in fact, it does not take a village, and furthermore, that she was aware that it does not take a village when she wrote the damn book. Meanwhile, President Clinton is hard at work on Tuesday's State of the Union address, in which he'll focus on crime, education, and the economy. At the request of the First Lady, part of the president's speech will be huge lies. More questions about Hillary Rodham Clinton's truthfulness. In an interview this week, the First Lady claimed that she won the women's 100-meter dash at the 1956 Olympics, and that she had an IQ of, quote, over 700. When it was pointed out to her that these were not especially good lies, Mrs. Clinton responded, "I know, I have a problem," and then added, "I invented the formula for 7-Up." In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. For years, Hillary Rodham Clinton has told people that she was named for the first man to climb Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary. But as Esquire magazine recently pointed out, Sir Edmund did not climb Mount Everest until 1953, 6 years after Hillary was born. However, the First Lady does have a good explanation for the discrepancy. She loves to lie. A former Arkansas banker told the Senate Whitewater Committee this week that he gave Bill Clinton a $20,000 loan as a favor, even though it was, quote, unacceptable banking practice. In response, President Clinton stated that he has no recollection of such a loan, while First Lady Hillary Clinton said, "We've never even been to Arkansas." Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies.
And my favorite thing about Norm is that he will just flat out lie. Just for his own entertainment, he'll just tell you a story that has never happened. He's completely making things up.
I was with
He does it
Larry
all the
Flint
time.
at the White House.
Yeah.
And he
Something
said,
like that.
I'll hook you up. Now, if my uncle from the plains of Ontario said, I'll hook you up, he'd probably get you a nice mincemeat pie. But when Larry Flint says it,
Yeah.
something dirty.
Best.
Truly one of the best.
So when you started in Credibad,
/ The Lonely Island.
the Lonely Island, what's the significance of that name, though? That's what really I wanted to ask. The Lonely Island. You think of all islands as kind of lonely.
Do you really want to hear the story?
Yes, please.
I do too. Do a real short version, which is just basically, it was what we called the apartment we lived on Olympic with all the traffic. It was a sarcastic name from a sarcastic Tennessee Williams style sketch we did about the apartment.
Akiva wrote a one-act play.
God damn, I wish I had a time machine.
To see that action.
Yeah, no, to take back my question.
Thought you were going to say to murder Hitler.
I would not. You know, people always fucking want to murder Hitler with their time machine, right? But then I feel if I got back there, I'd be afraid of falling under the spell of his fucking beautiful eyes.
It's true. You
and
want
oratory, and then
be locked in the gaze.
Yeah, and then I join the fucking party,
That's
knowing
his
me.
thing. He gives you his full attention. You're like, whoa,
All
wait
right.
a minute. Maybe there's
Norm,
something to
I'm
this guy.
No, but before you ask another serious
Believe it
question,
or
we
not,
gotta
they're
move
telling
on.
us to wrap it up. I don't exactly
I
know
want to.
why you guys.
Wrap it what?
Perfect.
This is fun for everyone.
It's the
For the
Lonely
record,
Island, guys.
I would have killed Hitler. So thanks, gentlemen.
Can I just clarify? if I did go back in time to kill Hitler, I would do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get
That's
lost
the
in his
front
eyes
door
and then
choice.
bail.
Yeah.
Just so I don't get like hit from all the like
I know all that.
defamation leagues.
You would end it. Yeah.
Pro.
Listen,
Okay.
man, I'm sorry about
We got to wrap it up.
I'm sorry
It's
about
over.
bringing up Hitler.
You really brought this live show to a new
This is
low.
the first one, right? This is your first interview?
It's just gonna get worse.
This is the first time I've ever interviewed a man.
If you can bring Hitler into all of them, they're going to ask you back for sure, which is I know what you want.
That's what we're all hoping for.
Okay.
I'm sick of these kind of characters. I think we should kill Hitler. Me and you go suicide, kill him.
Right. It was like died 50 years ago, probably.
Did he? I didn't
Yeah.
even know he was sick.
He wasn't. Well, no, that's fine.
I wish I could find a Hitler of today and go kill him.
Mark. Now let's take this. Take us back in time. You started. You say.
I wish I could. I don't know.
Figuratively.
If I could take you back in time, first I'd kill Hitler, but then I'd ride a dinosaur or something. I don't know what you wanted to do, but these are some things you'd have to do first. I would invest in Coca-Cola. There's a lot of things I wouldn't do if I could go back in time, but unfortunately I can't. You're probably going, oh, well, this guy can go back in time. Why hasn't he? Well, that's an interesting question you ask. Because I don't have a time machine, and I don't know any portholes in the atmosphere that I can go through, and that's about the only scientific stuff I could say is portholes, and maybe that's just for
What
boats.
year would you go back to if you could go back in time? What year?
If I could go back in time, I'd go back a year ago and just get a pastrami sandwich or something from some place that closed 2 months before. But so I don't, because if you could just go back any time, then that would be fine.
Well, then let's go down memory lane just a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, when did
I thought
you
he just went there. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I'd say hello to Jesus. If I could go back in time and say, hey, between you and me, I think, maybe keep your mouth shut. It's getting people angry. You're really not making any friends here. Eventually, you'll be famous. Trust me. But right now, maybe you just want to, pull back a little.
Go ahead, Angela. Hop in here.
Well, a big seller this holiday season is Michael Bolton's Christmas album, This Is the Time. Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Norm, I think, has one of the best lines that probably I only appreciate on network TV history when he was hosting SNL, and he was talking about the new Michael Bolton Christmas album. Do you remember the line, Norm?
Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Kills me to this day.
It was funny because that joke was originally supposed to be about Mariah Carey, but she had some boyfriend that was some crazy, dangerous guy, and everybody was afraid.
And you figured in an alley you could take a Michael Bolton.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I think Bolton kind of made amends a little bit by appearing in that recent SNL skit.
Hysterical. He's
That
hysterical.
That was
so
hilarious.
funny,
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was good.
And he has a great voice.
He does.
I didn't know.
And the
I
song
don't
was
know.
kind of catchy. The SNL song was pretty good.
Yeah. In stock market news this week, April's three biggest losers were Cantab Pharmaceuticals, Champion Enterprises, and Crapco, which manufactures crap. And also crap-related items. Most recently, Mariah Carey's Christmas album. They were... Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Well, Playing in a music store in New York this week, Kenny G set a world record by holding a saxophone note for 45 minutes. While he did warn spectators that it would be quite boring, it should be noted that it is every bit as boring to hear Kenny G play different saxophone notes for 45 minutes. This week, CBS aired the Martha Stewart Christmas special, in which she demonstrated that with an old soup can, some used tea bags, some string, and some sparkles, you can make a useless piece of crap. Martha Stewart is here, and she wanted me to tell you, don't let the busboys clear your table off tonight, because a little later Martha will come up here, and she's going to show us how to take those old discarded fish bones and make a beautiful birdhouse. So... That's nice. The New York Public Interest Research Group has unveiled its 10th annual list of dangerous toys for the upcoming Christmas season. Topping the list this year, baby's first circular saw. Well, the annual list of most dangerous holiday toys is out. Number 1 this year, Mattel's Eye Poker Outer. Well, the U.S. Safety Commission has issued a list of unsafe Christmas toys. Topping the list this year, Mattel's gasoline-powered sharp thing. And finally, the #1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll, you guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. Jesus. Scientists have created a genetically superior Christmas tree that will be taller, stronger, and tougher than other trees. One downside, if you don't like your presents, it will kill you. It's a hell of a downside there. And finally, this Christmas, Santa Claus will be starting a new look at up-to-date shopping malls around the country. They will now feature black Santas, Asian Santas, Hispanic Santas, and even Middle Eastern Santas. It is all part of a program to make little children cry. And finally, next week, Christians everywhere will be celebrating Christmas, or, as people born on December the 25th call it, screwed out of a present day.
Where are you going here? You're going to Cobb's in San Francisco. What do you like to do during the days in San Fran to unwind? Do you go?
I just work on my ventriloquism.
Oh, how's that going, Norm?
It's going great, man. I thought Rusty and I would do a little holiday song for you.
Oh, you're kidding me. Let me kick back here and put my feet up in front of the fire, you and Rusty. Which puppet is Rusty? Refresh me.
Rusty's just my friend. You know, I'm having a lot of trouble with my cranky old man. I don't know if you remember old Alec Majerison, the virulent anti-Semite.
Yeah, sure, I remember. What, are you kidding me? I have a plaque commemorating my first meeting.
I'm trying to get rid of that guy because you know he's a Holocaust denier. That's no secret. He's an enthusiastic Holocaust denier, and I've had it up to here with this character. You know, the man, he's just a waste of wood. But I don't know what to do. One of my Jewish friends suggested that, why don't I just throw him in a fire and burn him? But I say 2 wrongs don't make a right. We're not here to talk about that. Let me get Rusty out here. Rusty, say hello to Dennis. Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Hey, Rusty.
What?
Hi, Rusty.
Who's the dummy here, me or you?
It's me.
It sounds like it's you.
I'm sorry, Rusty. Let me give you my man voice. Hey, Rusty, how are you doing?
Yeah, dummy. Hey, come on now, Rusty. That's ridiculous. Calling Dennis Miller a dummy on his own radio program.
No, can I jump in here for a second and tell you, here's how crazy Norm is. I'm sitting here believing that he actually has a puppet. Like, it's not enough for him to fake the puppet act on the radio and over the phone. You did pull out a puppet and have it on your arm right now, don't you?
Of course I have my pal Rusty here. Yay!
What do you boys have planned for us today, Rusty, Norm?
We're going to do a song according to this dummy. Would you stop calling me that? You're the dummy. You're the dummy. Now listen. We're going to do a song, a beautiful song. Why? By the way, Rusty, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to see your family? Oh, sure. In my family tree, it's an actual tree. Okay, now that's just ridiculous.
You're actually overlapping dialogue here, Norm. You're not even putting a second between you and the puppet's voice.
Now, Rusty, are you ready to sing that song with me? Sure.
There you go.
Okay, I'll start. Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would say that he was a drunk. Hey, come on! Well, that's ridiculous.
What the?
Come on now, don't ruin this. Is a classic. I'm sorry. All right, now let's continue. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to town. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, have you been drinking some bathtub gin? What? Okay, now that's enough. That's way beyond the pale.
Stop it, Rusty. Stop.
I wish you'd kick the bucket. Like what? Kick the bucket. What are you talking about? You said pail. Bucket. It's a synonym. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now that's ridiculous. You're the dummy. Okay. Stop. I'm sorry, Dennis. This is going nowhere. This is ridiculous. I apologize for Rusty. I can't go on with this. This is just an abuse to the whole idea.
All right. Now, what separates Rusty's old man voice from the old Holocaust denier's voice? Give me that voice again.
You don't hear from him, do you?
Well, I know Rusty's just wetted the palate for a little more puppetry.
I swore I'd never use this guy.
It's like the Stones doing "Sympathy for the Devil" after Altamont.
There we
never
go.
thought I'd
Alec,
see you play that.
Alec, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. What do you think of this Christmas? What do I think of it? I'm not going to celebrate no holiday where a bunch of bearded New Yorkers killed our savior. Hey, come on now. You're going back in the case. I'm sorry, Dennis.
Oh, Norm, you didn't quite have control of the posse today, but I realize it's the holidays are amongst us, and that they're a little petulant this time of year.
I can never keep these guys under control.
Norm, you are an absolute wild man.
Stars, it was good to see those workaholic guys, because I personally am a workaholic. For many years, I was helplessly addicted to workahol. The Roastmaster General, Jeff Ross, joins us.
Hi,
Yes.
Jeff.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you got the first
Hello, world.
applause. Yeah.
Norm, this is so fun. Thank you for having me on your live podcast.
It's always fun to see you without a giant cloud of marijuana smoke between us.
Well, it's outdoors. It drifted away.
Yeah, how you doing, buddy? You got your hair cut a little.
I had a little trim. I was at the doggy groomer for 2 hours today.
Now, I have a question, Jeff. You usually show up wearing something very exotic.
Yeah.
Why the denim today?
I'm dressed like Billy Jack.
Yeah.
You look sharp.
great.
I like
I
it.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're trying to up my game for the live YouTube show.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're a hot fucking piece of ass.
Look at that. I do all my shopping at the mall. Have you ever been to Forever 41?
Forever 41.
Norm, you're dressing like you're going to help somebody move. You're wearing sweatpants to the biggest show in YouTube history.
This is the biggest show on the internet.
You're dressed like you're going to paint the set.
He can't help himself. I got to ask you this, though. Hey, I saw, by the way, on the computer, a show you do now called Morning Roast. Yeah. Unbelievable. You wake up in the morning, you turn on your computer, there's Jeff Ross waking up himself, roasting somebody. How's that work?
Well, whatever comes to my hungover head, I just start making fun of, and
Yeah.
I put it up on my YouTube page.
God damn, it's funny.
Who should I roast this week?
What about Cassim?
Yeah, it would be an honor if you could just do me.
He's an Arab, if that helps.
I only roast celebrities, Cassim, so you're off the hook.
Thank you.
What do you dress like? You're like Harry Potter's accountant.
You just not that up.
Well, I want to thank Jeff Ross for turning the mirror on me today. Back to you guys over there.
Like the inventor of a cure of some disease we haven't thought of yet. Look at you, like Orville Redenbacher's fluffer. I don't know.
Oh,
is fun.
good. Thank you.
Of course, Bob Saget directed Norm MacDonald's movie Dirty Work. Yeah. A move that transformed Norm MacDonald into a star, Buck's employee.
Did you say something after Star?
Norm MacDonald's so stoned he thinks he's at a roast for Bob Seger. I love you, Norm. Wow, you never come out, Norm. You're like the J.D. Salinger of dick jokes. What's the over-under tonight? What's going to happen, Norm?
No, I wanted to read something funny, so I'm reading Marmaduke.
Oh, my God. This is what happens when you book a dais off Craigslist.
Saget roast where he was told not to work blue, and so he was told to tone it down, and then he went the completely other way. Is that what happened?
I had not heard that he was told to turn it down.
Right.
I thought he made.
You told to turn it up?
I thought he made the choice to go so soft that was the joke. Because Saget's roast was one of the few roasts where it was mostly comics, mostly body comics, and at that point, Saget was really digging into that stuff.
Right.
The Aristocrats movie had just come out. Bob was having this resurgence as Dirty Daddy, and really a contrast from his Full House persona. And we were all went in really deep. And I purposely wrote my speech without one curse word, just to make a point that you didn't have to be funny to be dirty.
Right.
And that was my spin on it. Norm took it one step further and did Farmer's Almanac type jokes. That were, like, hey, Cloris Leachman, people say you're over the hill, but don't listen to them. You'll never be over the hill. Not with that car you drive. And we looked at him like, is he having a stroke? But I already knew Norm will always go for the best joke, the way he would on SNL, the way he would on late night shows. Publicists be damned, he wanted to have the most provocative joke that the comics would talk about the next day. But on this show, he did a conceptual piece to throw softballs around the dais in an affectionate sort of way. And you can see when you listen back, the first few jokes, people are kind of polite laughs, nervous laughs. I'm a producer. I'm almost panicking.
Right, yes.
Like what, is he tanking this on purpose? We already had Artie Lang not show up. We don't want this to be a disaster. But about 5 jokes in, I can start giggling. I start to sense that something's happening. And they buy it. The audience, by the end, they're roaring as if he was Andrew Dice Clay, but doing these very soft jokes. And I think it was a nice denouement, or a nice chapter from his post-SNL where he was provocative and pushed the envelope, especially with his OJ jokes.
When did you first meet him, Norm MacDonald? Jeffrey?
Oh, man. I met him. It was probably 90 or 91. I was just transitioning from open micer in New Jersey to opening MC act in comedy clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, Rich, I was excited. Catch a Rising Star Princeton. There's like 8 shows over 5 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was really going to, get some stage time. And Rich Voss, a very funny guy, was the middle act. None of us knew each other. And Norm MacDonald flew in from Toronto. He had just done a bunch of, was it Sajax or something, who had the late night show? Or was it...
yeah, he did for a while. He did. Yeah.
I think it was Sajax. And he hit on that show and became like, he was popping, but no one in America really knew him.
Right.
And Norm this is 91, that type. This is when America, especially in New Jersey, most people wanted to see Andrew Dice Clay in an arena doing nursery rhymes. Now Norm comes in with this button-down shirt, the blazer, and like you couldn't barely understand him, and his material was tight, and callbacks and crafted and honed and economical use of the language. Like it was fascinating for a comedian. But if you were just a couple of knuckleheads with your dates to catch Princeton, you're used to seeing hickory dickory dock.
Yes. Yes.
He didn't bomb. He didn't hit all the time. He bombed probably 3 out of the 8 shows. And this is one of the craziest things, and I've never seen it before, Rich. After the shows, as people were paying their checks, Norm would go to the exit and greet every single customer as they left.
Come on.
The more he bombed, the longer he stayed there. And it was so hilarious, and it made him a mystery to me, an enigma to me right away, why he loved that part of it. And if he killed, he'd go right out the back to the green room and break out a deck of cards, and we'd play poker. He'd love to play poker. So my first experiences with him were very, very all in, we should say.
So he'd invite me over to SNL once in a while to play poker on off nights, on Monday nights or something. And to watch him play poker while watching Monday Night Football and a baseball game, like he was a gambler.
Right.
And I guess somehow one time I found myself on a tape night on a live SNL. I'm in the hallway. I believe Rosie O'Donnell was hosting SNL, and her very best friend, Penny Marshall, was there to support her. Penny Marshall, at the height of her movie director swag, is walking through the hallway with her head down, sunglasses on, baseball hat, doesn't want to be bothered. Treating all these basically writers and NBC employees and me and Norm as big-timing us. Pretending we're just looky-loos out on the street, right? Just doing a celebrity, don't bother me moment. Flyby, thank you. And Norm picks up on it, and he just starts pointing and screaming, Laverne! 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 And she didn't look up. She never knew it was Norm. She's just gone.
Oh, my gosh.
Judge Lance Ito this week barred all potential jurors from reading Faye Resnick's controversial new book, Nicole Brown Simpson, Diary of a Life Interrupted. The judge also barred them from reading Faye Resnick's other new book entitled Judge Lance Ito is a Big Fruit. And now it's time for Weekend Update's movie reviews. This week I saw Interview with the Vampire. And here's my review. Not gay enough. This week, a court banned gays from marching in Boston's St. Patrick's Day parade, but they will still allow them to be beaten up by drunken Irish guys. I'm afraid to know what you're applauding at there. Okay. Meanwhile, Elton John continues to deny rumors that he is engaged to his tennis racket. Well, if I can be allowed a personal opinion, I think Harrison Ford's new mustache works. And by works, I mean looks really gay. In overseas news, an attempt to lift the ban on gays serving in the British Armed Forces has been defeated in Parliament. This raises a difficult legal question. How do you exactly tell if a British guy is gay? In an interview in this month's Vanity Fair, actor Tom Cruise attempts to end once and for all rumors that he is gay. Meanwhile, the U.S. Army is dealing with a scandal of its own as dozens of female recruits have charged drill instructors with sexual harassment, intimidation, and even sexual assault. Analysts are calling it the best argument yet for gays in the military. Jonathan Schmitz, the Jenny Jones guest who killed his secret gay admirer because of his fear and hatred of homosexuality, has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Well, I guess that plan backfired, huh? And it's been reported that Keanu Reeves is engaged to actress Amanda Decadina. Asked to comment, Keanu said, "What? I thought I was gay. I'd always heard I was gay. Beginning in March, DC Comics will change Superman's traditional red and blue costume to a new form-fitting bodysuit. The problem with the old costume? Not gay enough. What the hell's going on in the country? That's not Superman. All right. TriStar's Picture is planning a film about the 70s disco act, The Village People. While the movie will be coming out next summer, it plans to wait until Thanksgiving to come out to its parents. The artist formerly known as Prince says he now wants to be known as simply the artist. Meanwhile, I will continue to refer to him as simply the fruit. In other music news, several major acts are on tour this month, including the Counting Crows, Metallica, and the Fruit. A study on weight loss revealed this week that women who participate in a weekly diet program lost 50% more weight, snacked less, and bought more fruits and vegetables than women in general. Which just goes to prove my new theory: Richard Simmons is gay. Our top story tonight. This week, after months of speculation, sitcom star Ellen DeGeneres finally admitted that yes, she is gay. Inspired by her courage, today diet guru Richard Simmons admitted that he is really, 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 really gay.
I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything, and I'm scared of letting go.
Well, according to a new Entertainment Weekly poll, 72% of their readers say they would not be offended if a TV show lead character were gay. Though that figure shrinks to 1% when these same readers are reminded that being gay can involve anal sex.
Gentleman with his hand raised in the back.
Yes, excuse me. Hi, Kevin. Could I borrow your notebook? I didn't bring. Thank you. Dave from Basketball Digest. Kevin, KD, why do people call you KD? Can I call you KD? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first name is Kevin.
Right.
And my second name, my last name. My second name. My last name is Durant with a D.
KD. This year, what percentage do you plan on giving on the court? 90, 95, 100, 110? What are we looking at?
110.
110. 110. I just got off the phone with the Dolan family, and they said that they're talking to the commissioner now. They're looking at working a contractual deal that will allow you, when you're not playing for the Nets, days off, you'll be able to play for the Knicks. Comments?
All right, Dave, that was the last one.
I'm sorry, was that a comment?
That's it.
How about you? Do you have a comment? Wrap it up. Okay. I'm being told my time is done. Have a great year. What about the Pelicans? When you guys play the Pelicans, does it kind of make you giggle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all I got. That's it, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Okay.
Good job, Dave.
I have to go make some calls now.
Tough act to follow. We'll go to Brian Mahoney, Associated Press.
You let anybody in here.
Hey, I heard that.
Is this a really good question, Norm? Who's a familiar face for
No,
you,
it's
Blake?
a question from Blake's good friend, Norm. No, Blake, it's fun watching you this year. Wasn't it cool?
Yeah. Thank you.
And I was wondering, like, there's a kind of a curse with Rookie of the Year. Nobody's ever repeated it.
I didn't think about that. Well, I'll try as hard as I can next year, but
All right, man.
I don't know. Thank you for that question, though. That's going on top of the goals for next year.
In order to understand the world of sports, I decided to see what it would be like to be a professional athlete. So I hired the best makeup artist in town to help me go undercover as an NBA player. Take a look. Hey, Alexi. So you're the guy that made Tyra look like a fat lady, right?
Sure am.
Excellent. Okay, well, make me look like that guy.
You got it.
Yeah. You work the face, I'll work the body. Oh. Oh. That's not Blake Griffin-y enough. Come on, man. More Blake Griffin-y. Now I'm going to find out what it's like to be Blake Griffin. First, I'm going to fool his teammates. Stupid door. I'm Blake Griffin, and you are?
Your good friend and teammate, DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, my good friend DeAndre Jordan, of course. So what time's rehearsal?
You mean practice, right?
Yeah, practice.
What's up with your voice?
What's up with your voice? Ah! I'm open! Ow! Ah! Not so hard, man.
All right.
Hit me. Sky hook.
Are you all right? Blake, we haven't started.
I gotta quit smoking.
Smoking? What's up with you today, man?
Still got my defense.
Blake, that's a foul. You can't slap me.
Says who? I got an idea. This always works.
Just jump up there and get it.
No. Yeah. Whoo. Oh. Jeez. I don't know what's going on here. My heart is beating so fast.
Are you all right?
I think I pulled a part of my leg that's underneath the top part. Ah, sweet Cordy Howe. Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Sorry I'm late.
Somebody burned my house down.
Oh no, I gotta start working out. Stupid door. Magician David Copperfield has announced plans to open his own theme restaurant. The theme, I don't deserve my girlfriend. In one of the most amazing stories to come out of New York's blizzard of '96, supermodel Claudia Schiffer trudged over a mile through waist-high snow this week in order to make it to a photo session. Even more amazing, she sleeps with this guy. This week, supermodel Claudia Schiffer broke up with magician David Copperfield. Later, a devastated Copperfield wandered out onto the street and was hit by a bus. This, according to the current issue of Things I Wish Really Happened. In other entertainment news, a religious group in Chile is trying to ban a new Claudia Schiffer film which features explicit lesbian sex scenes. According to the group, sex between two women is an abomination before God, almost as blasphemous as sex between a woman and David Copperfield. I don't know which is worse, which is more of an abomination. Julia Roberts told reporters this week that her marriage to Lyle Lovett has been over for some time. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Julia Roberts and that she was married to Lyle Lovett. Christy Brinkley told reporters this week that her marriage to Billy Joel was over long before their divorce. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Christy Brinkley and that she was married to Billy Joel. In a recent interview, Christy Brinkley suggested that football players should have special gloves connected to lights on their helmets. That way, when they catch the ball, you'll know who has possession. Read these and other interesting ideas in Christy's new book, I'm an Idiot. In Niagara Falls, Arthur Curley has been charged with trying to make his girlfriend swallow a small brass bear, then urinating on her and setting fire to the oxygen tube that she uses to treat her emphysema. Read all about this kind of relationship in the new book, Men Who Make Their Girlfriends Swallow Brass Bears, Urinate on Them, and Set Fire to Their Oxygen Tubes, and the Women Who Love Them. And in a recent interview, tenor Luciano Pavarotti says that he is so in love with his new girlfriend that he likes to run nude on the beach with her. Read all about this in this month's issue of Things That Make Me Vomit. That picture makes me vomit as well. Finally, in entertainment news, there are rumors that actor Don Johnson is dating 71-year-old San Francisco socialite Denise Hale. An observer who spotted the couple necking in a restaurant will have trouble getting an erection for the rest of his life. Well, newlyweds Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson had their first argument this week. He wants kids while she wants fake kids. Only weeks away from parenthood, Pamela Lee Anderson and her husband, rocker Tommy Lee, are considering names for their new baby. If it's a girl, they'll name it after the mother and call it Pamela. And if it's a boy, they'll name it after the father and call it Lucky Bastard. I was reading Pamela Anderson is married. That's in the news.
That's right. That's technically in the news. Yeah, to rocker Tommy Lee.
And she's pregnant.
Yeah.
She's going to have a baby, and they say if the baby's a girl, they're going to name it after the mother, so they call it Pamela, right? But if the baby's a boy, then they're going to name it after the father. They're going to call it Lucky Bastard.
such joy. I'm so full of such joy and commitment. That alone will get you an Emmy.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I wasn't broken apart by you.
Action.
Well, Mrs. Johnson.
Oh my God, I think he broke my nose!
Oh, Tommy, you know this is a movie, right?
Oh, a movie! Yes! I forgot! Oh, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry there. Hey, amigo, no hard feelings, huh, buddy? Oh, man, I'm sorry, baby. You know, I just love you so much. You know, it just gets me crazy, you know? Hey! Hey!
Get your freaking hands off my wife!
Me and your wife, we were just acting, right? Tell him, honey.
Honey?
No, no! This weekend, veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, boring and uncreative. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? The mysterious Indonesian accused of illegally raising millions for the Democratic Party. Earlier this week, Secret Service logs showed that Mr. Wong had visited the Clinton White House more than 60 times. But on Friday, administration spokesman revealed that there are actually 2 John Wongs. Furthermore, they stressed that the John Wong who visited the White House is a different man. He isn't the fundraiser. He's the guy who killed Vince Foster. Rejecting conspiracy theories that President Clinton killed Vince Foster, a report out this week from independent counsel Kenneth Starr has officially concluded that Vince Foster took his own life. Among other things, the report cites evidence that Foster was deeply depressed in the days leading up to his death. Although the report does concede Foster was deeply depressed because President Clinton was trying to murder him. On Capitol Hill this week, 17 Republican congressmen formally asked the House Judiciary Committee whether there is sufficient evidence to begin impeachment proceedings against President Clinton. In response, the president said, quote, hey, you know who would have the answer to that question? Vince Foster.
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. He's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that, so it'd be good to get the... See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Who are the murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without...
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
No,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up! Shut up! Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
Norm, did you ever hear the word? Oh,
The phone is ringing.
I certainly hope that's somebody calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
Good, you got a phone ringing.
Oh.
Answer the phone.
Hello? Oh, yeah. No. The thing is this. There, you know Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer. He told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on and then let it ring and then pretend like there's a guy on it.
Is there anybody on it?
No, it's a thing. Pretend
You
thing.
know what, Norm? You're a dead man.
Here, you talk to him then.
You know what, Barbara? You know what you said about rage and work?
Give this man a plate of soup and tell him to shut up.
Norm,
All right, then. Let's see.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen. Not only have you annoyed us, but I've read that you have actually annoyed one of your idols. Who is that?
Oh, the great Bill Cosby.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh, my God, I love that guy. He's my hero, you know, just like you, maybe George or Bill Clinton would be your hero. I love.
There's no stopping you, is there?
No, you seem to like Bill Clinton.
They really, and this man leads into our show on Friday night.
I know.
It's all right, his career's over after this anyway. Who cares? Go ahead, Norm.
No, Bill Clinton, who's a great man, obviously. You know, everybody has their opinions, right?
Mm-hmm. Are you moving along?
No,
You're
Bill
going to get to the point.
Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, Cosby.
Oh, God. Cosby.
What's in that coffee? What are you drinking in there?
Now, Bill Cosby is a great man, first of all. There has never been any accusations toward Bill Cosby about any...
Will you just tell us what you did with Bill Cosby?
Oh, I met him. I opened for him at a club, and he was a great man, you know. He's my hero of all time. You know how funny Bill Cosby is,
Yeah,
right?
so get to the point. I'm going past menopause.
No.
Make the point. Let's go.
Not everything has a point.
We are learning that, okay?
All right, Norm, you want to finish the story, or shall I ask you the next thing?
Well, the Bill Cosby thing is this.
Dear God.
I met Bill Cosby. We're all fans of Bill Cosby, right, Barbara?
Yeah.
What? Yes. Why don't we talk about the millionaire?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Tonight, Norm and I...
please. I like Bill Cosby.
We've been down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
Norm MacDonald and I are on The Millionaire tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell him about that, how you thought he's dumb today. Where do you see him tonight? Come on, Norm. Tell him, Norm.
People always told me Hollywood was like incredibly liberal and biased, and I thought it was untrue. But
You want to talk about the millionaire?
yes, I do.
You have 10 seconds to
tell how
talk
much
about
you
the
want.
millionaire.
Don't tell how much.
Don't tell them what I won?
No.
Oh.
You're not allowed to tell anything like that.
Well, what are you trying to ask him then?
I don't know. He doesn't answer anything anyway. So
All
we'll tell him.
right. Okay, so he's on The Millionaire tonight, and he's on Friday nights, and...
And on Monday, his taxes will be audited.
So he's on Friday nights at 9. He's on The Millionaire at 9. You can play along at home on Enhanced TV. You are a number. I have never met anything like you. We will be right back.
I wish I could be nervy. And I'm in the wrong business because I feel uncomfortable if, I'm going ahead on someone online like, hey, we're on the list, or...
oh, I hate that. Don't you know who I am?
Yes, or just getting things free. I
don't feel worthy.
I feel...
Why me? Why should I get something for free?
Or just even this is me trying to sell my book, but... Yes, those nervy people that have I envy delusional people. I envy people that have an entitlement.
Speaking of nervy and delusional people, how was it working with Norm MacDonald?
Oh, no.
You were on tour with him, right?
Yes.
I visited you guys at the Ice House.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes.
And I saw both your stand-ups. It was very good.
Now, I got to say something about Norm. He's a lot of things.
And he's nervy and what?
No, he's...
insecure.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but he really
but what comedian
feels funny selling himself. Yeah. He really, like you see on Twitter, he goes, yeah, Netflix, I do his voice, which he hates. Anyone does it. Netflix says I should push my special. So I give him credit that when we did the road, he would sell out, and he never tweets, "Dudes, tickets going fast." He feels funny selling himself.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I would too. I hate that.
I mean, yeah. Hey, dudes, man, my show rocks. So he wasn't nervy and delusional. No. He he was delusional that he thought I was one time on. You were there in Denver.
Yeah, Denver Comedy Works. Saw you open for him.
You missed a show where he was screaming at me from the side because he thought I was ripping him off.
I heard there was an incident on the late show. I was at the early one.
He was getting a little weird. It was a weird place in Denver because it wasn't the city of Denver. It was like being in
Boulder or something?
It was being in Orange County without the character. You know, right, that area?
Yeah, there's the downtown Denver Comedy Works.
Which is fun.
Then they have the other one. It's
the other one.
It's like 40 minutes away,
Wow.
but it's bigger venue. It's still nice, but
if you don't have a car and we stayed in some weird condo where Norm had to stay in the lobby in some weird lobby in a room, and then I stayed in a condo, and there was nothing but a TGIFs and a movie theater, and he forgot his pants. Oh. And he's going, so I had to be his assistant, like, what the fuck am I going to do? I forgot my pants. Oh. And I said, I'll go to the mall. And I thought it was a mall, but it was just restaurants in Denver.
No. Oh, no.
So
did he get pants?
I said, just go up in your sweatpants.
Oh, you go.
And you didn't notice, right?
I didn't. It makes me mad that I'm not that observant, but I was in the balcony.
He had a funny thing about Bill Cosby. One of his opening things. He goes, "I love Bill Cosby. I model everything in my life about him. Everything about him I think is glorious. I just think everything he does is great except his comedy." Anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought he did a bit about... what was his bit about? People were outraged about Cosby, and they said the worst thing was the hypocrisy.
Yes.
And he goes, I think the drugging, the raping,
that was worse than the hypocrisy.
The misleading, the hostage, the hypocrisy is like 7 things down.
He did a Stern appearance recently. It was very good, too.
Which what?
Stern. He was on Stern about 2 months ago.
He's just, you hear just amazing stories, and he's just, it's fun to work with, except if he forgets his pants and screams at you from the side of the stage. But he missed that show. But I envy, but in a way, I think we're all delusional because we're going to die, so we have to come up with projects like this book. No, I'm just kidding.
To distract ourselves.
Yes, creative things. But,
What about guys
like
that
the
do
dipshit.
that's not very good, is it?
Sometimes it is. I mean,
Political stuff?
I like all comedy. You probably do too, Norm,
Huh?
You probably like it all too.
I don't like political comment.
You don't?
No. Like, I don't give a fuck if Reagan's old. Are they still doing Reagan jokes?
Probably. They probably are. Yeah, you gotta have you get like an old socialist audience. Old Jewish guys with ponytails when you do material like that.
You understand after a while, and even with politicians, like, they're still human beings. And,
yeah, barely. But yeah, they're the worst kind of fucking people in the world. That's true. All of them.
I agree. I'm glad to hear you say that because everybody thinks you're all leftist and everything.
Well, I mean, I definitely land on the lefty side of things on, ideological terms, but I found that from doing political talk radio, just, being, carrying water for any of them, you just got to realize the quality of people you're dealing with. You're dealing with fucking corporate whores who are operated by business interests. So, really it's going to come down to, however you view politics. The question is, do you give a shit about poor people? and are we being taken advantage of?
Right.
Now, if people want to frame that as, Obama's a communist and draining us of our livelihood, well, that's your particular delusion, and that's fine. I mean,
right.
but I just got disillusioned with all of it because these are not quality people. I mean, I did a joke about Michelle Bachmann on Real Time.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I was getting flack from this, a very small portion of the right, that they were like, he's a misogynist. I'm like, she's a fucking pig. She's a fucking politician. Can you name me 2 politicians that command any respect whatsoever? Why do we respect these people? These people are car salesmen. They're idiots. They're more disingenuous than anybody as performers, and they basically figured out a way to bait and placate morons into voting against their self-interest. That's an amazing skill, but is it respectable? I don't know. Do you respect a guy that sells you horse shit in the guise of a health supplement?
I agree with you. I mean, I think politicians are terrible. I mean, people attack evangelists, but at least evangelists offer something.
Right. Well, they after the immediate relief of someone's pain and aggravation with another line of bullshit. But nonetheless, I mean, they're pretty evil too.
Well,
I mean, with politics, it's like. Yeah, I don't like to get into it that much anymore.
Yeah, let's not get into this shit, man.
Okay, buddy.
Because it's getting. I can see people not laughing now.
No, I mean, but laughter. But I know that you've gotten into a little bit of flack around it. But you're
flack around what?
Around politics.
What do you mean?
Well, just say you've said things that people have reacted to, but you're not like a political comic.
I'm not political. I've only said things on purpose to provoke people.
Right.
Once in a while.
You like doing that though.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
But I've never. But I've never. Because I don't know enough. And because I don't respect political humor when it's nothing but gossip.
Yeah, and mostly comics and people like us, people who are obviously First Amendment warriors to a certain degree. We like living the way we want to live. So it's really just going to come down to money. It's like, how do I keep my money? I mean, that's the biggest political question that most righties ask themselves. It's like, I'd like to keep as much of my money as possible. And if that's in a minority opinion, how do we get this majority of poor people to get me to keep my money and believe that they're doing the right thing?
Yeah, it's a tough fucking thing because apparently I read this, if all the money in the world was equally divided among everybody would be dead fucking poor.
Yeah. There's these moments where I don't talk about as much as I used to, but then there's moments where you're like, there's a moment that I was on a fucking radio show the other day. And this was an interesting thing because it's about professionalism. I don't do political talk radio. I've got my political views and they're fairly general. I'm not trying to support any politician, but I have the way I think about things. But there are politicians that represent the opposite of what I think. So I'm on this talk show with a guy, it's a Fox affiliate, but I'm there to plug my comedy and talk about my podcast and be funny with this dude who's a talk show host. He's a radio professional. He runs an entertainment show for the most part, but he's been dying to talk to Rand Paul about the bridge situation because I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. He's the fucking senator.
Right.
They got bridges falling down, and he's been trying to get this guy on the show. And the guy he calls in when I'm there. So now I've got, if I was doing political talk radio, I mean, it would have been what the fuck are you thinking? You and your libertarian bullshit, and how are we going to pay for this? I would have jumped in and done that. But there was this moment where it's I just done a segment with this radio professional. He was like, God, it's great to talk to a guy who knows how to be on radio. We're having a good time. Hold on, the senator's on the phone. And I got to sit there and go, oh, do I do this? Would it be worth it to sabotage this for some lefty, credibility? Yeah, and then I realized, dude, he's a radio guy. You're a comedian. You're having a good conversation. He's trying to talk to this guy about a local problem. Just shut the fuck up and let him do his job. And then when you come back, get back to what you were talking about. And I chose to do that. But I did walk out saying, you pussy. You had such an opportunity there.
I was on Politically Incorrect a couple of times.
Yeah.
And, fuck, man. You have to have an opinion about every goddamn thing on that show. So,
or you can just do a little homework and write some jokes.
Yeah, but sometimes I remember at the break, Scott Carter go, enough with the jokes. But I'll never forget it. I'm very unlearned, and so before the show, Scott came in, who was the
producer. Yeah, he's been on the show. Yeah.
So he said, "What do you think about China and Taiwan?" And seriously, I only know those as words, you know. So I was like, I don't know anything. Like, can't I have another subject? So, anyways, then we get out because he goes because Bill believes this. I mean, anyways, when we get out, we're introducing the guy beside me. The smart guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book on China and Taiwan.
Right.
So fucking Bill Maher, he starts with me. He goes like, what was it, China and Taiwan? I go, I don't know. Fucking ask this guy. What do I know? I'm a nightclub comic. What? Like, that's what made me laugh at that show. Everyone's opinion's equal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like a nightclub comic and an expert. And then another thing I always found funny about that show is the comedians try to be very serious, and then the serious guys are trying to get jokes.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's not always our shining moment.
I do like Bill though.
No, Bill's great at what he does.
Yeah.
Like he started out a straight up joke dude, and he knows his shit. And it's pretty amazing.
You know what's funny about him? I don't know if I should say this or not, but I mean he's probably aware of it. When he does his monologue, you notice when he does his monologue, he does Johnny Carson.
No, no, definitely. He definitely
must
models
be aware
himself.
of it.
I think that's been his style for a long time. He definitely takes the posture.
But I find it very funny because he's got the posture and the timing and everything. And he's like, and then she came in his face. But it's like crazy words come out.
Carson would have loved to have done that.
Yeah, he probably would have.
Met Donald Trump when he was on the Tonight Show on Jimmy Fallon show. Now, tell us about that encounter you had with Donald Trump.
Well, I'd met Donald Trump many, many times in New York City, just because when I was doing Saturday Night Live, he was a fixture in New York City, and he'd come to a lot of the shows, and he was just a local eccentric, that people mostly loved in New York because he fixed the rink in Central Park when the city couldn't. But no, when I was on Jimmy Fallon, that's when Jimmy Fallon tousled his hair and got in trouble for it, and I was the other guest. So I was just out in the hallway, and I said, Donald, can I have a picture? You could call him Donald then. I guess you can still call him Donald. We don't have to call him President, apparently. But I said, could I get a picture with you? And he said, yeah, absolutely, sure, Norm. And then he walked down the hall and got in the elevator with his Secret Service guys. So, but he was just doing it as a joke. A lot of times, the problem with candidates or political candidates that do comedy is obviously comedy doesn't translate well to the page sometimes. Sarcasm is lost, obviously, and things like that. So if someone says something that's meant self-disparagingly or satirically, and you want to take it out of context, you can. And that happened a lot of times with Trump on the campaign trail.
But he's being caricatured on Saturday Night Live, like quite mercilessly by Alec Baldwin. Like, is it funny to you? Is that funny?
No. The only reason I don't find it funny, when I was there, Darrell Hammond did Donald Trump, and that shows how far back Trump goes, because that was 20 years ago. But Darrell did him then. It was a softer Trump, I think it was a Trump that was a lot closer to his real self. But the problem with, if you do an impression of someone, you have to like that person, because you're playing the person, and people like themselves. So you can't play someone and have contempt for them at the same time. It doesn't work as an impression. So I don't like his impression, and I have no political affiliation. I just mean from a comedy level.
Let me ask you this: so your Bob Dole imitation was pretty famous back in the day. So would you do Donald Trump today? Would you do a Donald Trump imitation?
I try to not do comedy about Donald Trump because I think I had one joke about Donald Trump that I ever did, where I said that Americans hated Hillary Clinton so much that they voted for someone they hated more than Hillary Clinton to rub it in, and that's the only time I ever made a joke about Trump. But I try to stay away from it because it's just it's low-hanging fruit, and also, Trump oftentimes is doing self-parody, and nothing looks dumber than if you parody self-parody. You really get caught not understanding.
So comedy in the time of Trump, is it more difficult than it was when you were on Saturday Night Live?
It's more difficult in the time of Trump for good comedians, and it's way easier for bad comedians. You don't have a worldview by just saying you don't like Trump. You know what I mean? That doesn't count. Like you can't just say I hate Trump, and that makes you a good person. And the Democrats just can't say I hate Trump, and that means they have a position. That's no position. So for idiots, it's an easier time because you go, well, that guy's the idiot, not me. But if you try to do smart comedy, it's better to stay away from Trump.
Big thing was he forced him to do this. The big problem that Clinton has is this thing where he's going to pardon the McDougalls.
He may or may not pardon them. Yeah, people don't know. The Whitewater people, we call them here at the show.
Hillary, if she is, because she is also a co-conspirator.
Yeah, if she gets sent away.
If she gets sent away, will he pardon her? And Clinton said, "You do the time, you do the crime, you do the time," he said.
That was so sweet. You moved into three-point range and up and at the last second fouled. All right.
I don't know about politics. American Music Awards. This is exciting. I'm not actually in music, so let me introduce myself. To those of you who don't know me, I'm Norm MacDonald. For those of you not familiar with me, thank you very much. I am the biological child of Melissa Etheridge and Norm Crosby. So if you want to... Well, that's the big story in music news right now. Melissa Etheridge asked her friend David Crosby to be the biological father of her children. And this was a new experience for David Crosby. Usually when David Crosby picks up a turkey baster, there's a turkey in the vicinity. That's right. He's a fat guy. Everyone's so obsessed with their careers nowadays in music, you know what I mean? Here's a kind of a nice story. Celine Dion is retiring from music to try to start a family, And I think she's serious about it because I just saw her backstage chasing David Crosby with a bucket and a copy of Swank. So I think she's serious about it. I didn't know the Judds were back together. Did you know that? I just saw them. I just saw the Judds backstage. Yeah, you're big Judds fans? I just saw the Judds backstage chasing David Crosby around with 6 mason jars and a ham sandwich tied on a fishing pole. I don't know what it means.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer away.
David, Melissa Etheridge has been to the society. Is a very special person. You helped her have 2 beautiful, smart children. How did you decide to give Melissa Etheridge something special?
Well, Mickey Rooney was on once. I met Mickey Rooney at a card club. Those celebrity poker events. So it's pretty cool, those celebrity poker events, because you meet those real old guys that are cool, like Ed Asner and all these guys. So Mickey Rooney was just wandering around alone before the thing, you know, about an hour before the. So I was like, oh, I'll go talk to Mickey Rooney. It'll be pretty cool. So I go over. The guy, he's old, so he talks super loud. And so as soon as he talked, like everyone looked at us, and kind of everyone in the room was hearing what he was saying. So I was just doing this. I was just about to do this show called A Minute with Stan Hooper. So he said, "Hey, what are you up to next now?" or something, you know. So like an idiot, I tell him. I don't have to tell him, right? So I go, "Oh, I'm doing a show. It's called A Minute with Stan Hooper. It's about a guy that moves from the city to the country." And he goes, "Oh, well, would you ever need an old fella on it?" You know. So I said, "Sure." You know, I'd like to have Mickey Rooney on the show. So I said, "No, sure, that'd be great." You know. He goes, "Great," and then he goes, "But he goes, I've been in the business a long time. It can't just be the two of us." So I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, am I having an oral contract with Mickey Rooney? Like that? Like he thought it was just gonna be me and him, and he was telling me, "No, we got to get extra people." So crazy. He goes, "I'm 78 years, 87. He goes, "I'm 87 years experienced. I don't like to say old. I'm experienced." And then he'd say stuff you didn't know if he was joking, and then he'd get mad. He'd go, "I'm running for president." You're like, "Oh yeah, that's funny." "No, I am." You're like, "Oh." I got to. And then in his back pocket, he had this guy was married, by the way, to the hottest women of all times. You know,
who's that?
He was married to like 6 women. One of them was Rita Hayworth.
No shit.
Ava Gardner.
Yeah, he was the biggest star of his day. Yeah.
So he'd get beautiful women.
Yeah.
So when he was old, he pulled out. He had in his back pocket, he had a magazine that he'd cut out a picture from a magazine of Farrah Fawcett Majors, like back when she was married to Lee Majors. That's how old it was. And he opened it and he showed it to me. He's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's fair. She's beautiful." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm gonna find her and fuck her in the brown." I'm like, "In the brown?" Like, I guess he didn't realize like how old he was or what was going. I guess in the old days that's what he did. He go, "Ava Gardner, I'll fuck her in the brown." Then he did, you know.
That's like, I guess when you're a star, that's like the VIP room. You know, you're proving something.
Yeah. I heard somebody else say that too.
The VIP room?
No. I guess like having anal sex with a woman on the first date, or it's not a date, I guess, is considered like a big.
Coming soon to Broadway, Mickey Rooney as Norm Henderson in If the World is So Big, Why Am I So Small Down There?
Are you there, God? It's me, Norm. One quick question and I'll leave you alone. Come on, damn it. Pick up the phone. Listen, big guy, I ain't one who begs, but I got a problem between my legs. The world is so big. Why am I so small down there?
You know, I don't mind if you tax me, but in most cases, my penis cannot defend itself.
Is what you said their neighbor was? Jim Ping?
That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Let me as abacus
I want to do
yesterday.
this. Jesus.
Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was. That was kind of
What are
racist.
you, Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing, like you just did, in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
These days with your comedy, do you feel like you're walking on eggshells at all? Do you feel more like nervous about stuff you tweet and stuff you say just because of the climate we're in and everything that's happened?
Yeah, like we're gonna go do stand-up right now. It's mostly trying out new stuff. You don't have the freedom to just talk and free associate, and then carve it back from there. Because usually the process would be you go way over the line, and then you bring it, and then people go, "We hate you," and then you take away all the parts where they hate you, and then you're left with the stuff that's not, that's on the line but not over it.
Is your starting point a little bit more sort of tamer these days?
Oh yeah. It's very calculated and thought out. And
does that hurt your act though?
Yeah, it's way less funny.
Is that right?
Other than it being not as funny, it's wonderful. It doesn't hurt anyone's feelings anymore, but virtually no one laughs. So it's a trade-off.
But so that's really hurt your career in terms of the fact that you're an eggshell comedian. And I don't think like...
Is that a new term?
I just made it up just now. Shouldn't comedy be some sort of sacred place where you're allowed to say whatever's kind of on your mind, and like if it's funny then it's okay?
It used to be, like Jerry Seinfeld always says, the audience will let you know.
Yeah.
When it's gone too far, because they're a cross, representation of the population.
Yeah.
But now it's not enough to get 99%. You have to get 100%. Most of the audience wants to be funny and doesn't care about anything but that. They just want to escape.
Yeah.
But a tiny a group of people ruin it for everyone else.
And that's who you cater your performance to these days?
I cater my performance to a tiny group of people.
That's sad.
That hate me. Because I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
And that was my charity, right? And so I won $500,000. And
Hold the Wall Gang?
Hold the Wall Gang.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell them. So they just got a check for
$500,000.
$500,000.
Should have got $1 million.
So then,
I want to get into that.
So then, they keep sending me they want more money. Like they think
it's like an alumni association.
They think I'm a guy with $500,000 every fucking year. So I'm like, no, I don't have $500,000.
Yeah, this NORM MACDONALD, he must be some sort of shipping magnate or something.
Exactly.
I've never heard of him, but he evidently has very deep pockets and loves homeless children, so we should just keep hitting him up for money.
That's exactly it. He was going to meet me, so he's my hero, kind of. I love that.
Newman's your hero?
Well, I love all his movies, and I love how he's conducted his life.
Oh, boy, do I have a documentary for you.
Really?
Yeah.
The one you made?
Yeah, it's all about his racing life.
Oh, that's awesome, because, I love that. I don't know how old he was, but he was 40 or something. He was, when he started racing.
Yeah, late 40s.
Became one of the best
four-time
amateur
national
drivers.
champion.
Amazing.
I got 2 of his championship cars 100 feet from here.
And he's by all evidence, he was monogamous with Joanne Woodward. He wasn't a player when he was the most handsome guy ever.
Norm, was this? It's a little Paul Newman going on down there, right?
You
No,
were
more
handsome,
like you were handsome.
Huh?
What the happened? Anyway, no, I did Weekend Update.
Have you seen Paul Newman lately?
You do look better.
You know what I mean?
You know what's weird I just thought about, Norm? I think you might appreciate this conceptually. We appreciate 2 dudes. We appreciate the guy who's been faithful to his wife for 47 years and never looked the other way with all the trappings of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And we then thus also worship at the altar of the guy who fucked everything that wasn't nailed down. Like, boy, that guy was serious cocksman. I mean, boy, he fucked everyone. We don't, but when someone goes, he fucked like 8 chicks over the course of 40 years, we go, I don't know about him.
Well, you know, it's like if a guy,
it's feast or famine in the fucking department.
It's like if a
one
guy,
chick or 180.
If a guy gets divorced twice, he's kind of a loser. But if he gets divorced 9 times, he's a character. You know?
Ladies' man. Yeah, hide the daughters when he comes into town.
I met Mickey Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he was the biggest star in the world, and he was married.
Norm's eating, by the way, if anyone wants to know what's going on.
So he was married to, I don't know, but it was like Ava Gardner, like 7 beautiful women, the biggest women, most beautiful women in Hollywood. So in his head, he still thought he could get these women, you know.
Well, it works on chicks. It doesn't work on dudes.
Oh,
what I'm saying
you mean
is,
like B. Arthur or something.
Yeah, like if I found out that Lorenzo Lamas Jr. was banging B. Arthur 10 years ago, I wouldn't go, well, fuck, give me a piece of that shit. I'd go, he's got a mental condition. But women, when they find out that Sophia Loren is sucking off this fat producer, then they go, oh, must be good enough for me. You see how it works?
Did Sophia Loren suck off a fat producer?
Oh, yeah.
Is that true?
How do you think we know her name?
My Lord God.
I don't know for sure.
But you're allowed on this show to just slander.
We can say
everybody.
what we want. Well, no, I'm not. Look, she's a dear friend. Sophie's a dear friend.
God.
No, I don't know her background. All I can say for sure is this, that it works this way with women. If there's one dude who beds a Kardashian and a Paris Hilton, he'll then get to, and a Lindsay Lohan, he'll get to mow through other Hollywood hot chicks.
Like David Spade is that guy.
Yeah, David Spade is that guy.
And I would say he's more, because Warren Beatty was always the gold standard, but Spade doesn't have the looks of Warren Beatty.
He's the aw shucks rapist.
Rapist?
Well, I don't know why you brought up rapist.
My Lord.
No, what I'm saying is Spade has quietly mowed through the entire bevy of blondes in this town, but he does it in a sort of unassuming way.
Yeah, Spade is an interesting character because he's outside of Hollywood. He makes fun of it, and yet he's deeply inside of Hollywood.
Balls deep, a lot.
Yeah,
many would argue.
No, but he'll be on red carpets, and I went out with him one time. He's like, "Let's go to a bar." We go to a fucking bar, and then people let us in, which is horrible. Like past everybody.
Right.
You go, let those guys in.
Yeah, there goes Spade and his bodyguards. His haggard bodyguard.
He's haggard as right. So I've never seen a picture of George Harrison not haggard.
He's somewhere, he's be-haggard. He's like beleaguered and haggard. Like he's haggard with a beleaguered
haggard.
Yeah. How about the fact that George Harrison, hold on, we got to get back to this.
Yeah.
How about the fact that he just got done beating cancer and a mad person broke into his estate and stabbed him repeatedly?
I forgot about that. Jesus Christ, that's bad luck.
Did anyone think that maybe hanging with the Dalai Lama isn't what it's cracked up to be, like in terms of karma?
How do you get into those? Like, remember that guy was going to jump over and to rape Steven Spielberg.
Right? Duct tape his mouth. I don't know why you're so fixated on rape, but continue. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just playing up here, baby, all right?
It seems easier. It is that kind of thing where it's like, what happened? Well, George Clooney was in Toronto shooting for 3 weeks, and a woman moved into his house. It's like... It seems a little casual considering there's walls and security cameras and alarm systems, but you see
Letterman would come home and there'd be a lady that thought he was his wife.
Waiting in bed. Yeah. And he only fucked her twice.
Oh, my Lord. I have a stalker. Get this. My stalker.
Oh, you have a stalker?
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second.
68-year-old lady.
All right, so you and David Spade are walking into a bar.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was saying that?
Yeah.
So we go into the bar. So it's packed with people, and I don't like a lot of people around. And then you get a little fucking plastic drink, and you drink it, and then Spade goes, let's get out of here. And I'm like, what? And I don't even want to be there. And, you're an inch from somebody's face. And so then we go to another bar. He does the exact same thing.
Right.
Let's get out of here. So he just goes places and exits. But,
but I think there's a power. I think there's a certain power in leaving.
Yeah, I guess there is.
Yeah.
But with women, he plays the long game. Like he's always texting them. You know, he doesn't bed them the night he meets them.
Mm-mm.
Like a year later.
Right.
But he's got so many on
He
his...
fucks them in the bathroom. Yeah, but not on a bed. Never on a bed.
Wait, no.
I hear what you're saying. I'm reading between the lines.
I can't talk about Dave. Now it's going to
Hits
sound
him
like
in a
I'm
stall.
saying that about David.
No. What he does is he quietly, like, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. If you had a list of the famous coxmen of the town with the Warren Beattys of the world and the Wilt Chamberlains and stuff like that, somewhere in the 13th spot would be David Spade.
Absolutely.
And everyone would go, how do you get on this list? A cute little blonde guy?
I'd
What
put
are you
him
talking about?
way farther up than that. Way farther up. I'd put him maybe number 1.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
In terms of sheer numbers.
Quietly goes about his business.
Yes, he does. And
until we start talking about it.
I know we shouldn't. But he's very self-deprecating about it. But he also, he knows everything that a young girl knows. Like that beautiful 20-year-old. He can talk to them about keeping up with the Kardashians and whatever the hell.
Right.
And then if I
Nobody's gonna change, you won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need. But every other night, I'm begging for that high. I'll come clean. Half the time, just wanna stop. Can't find another you if I'm lost. Can't find another you if I'm lost.
The press would be great. Tim Russert, right?
Yeah, you and Tim.
Me and Tim would be a great
load of laughs.
You guys lost me.
He doesn't know who Tim Russert is.
Anything about Tim Russert?
He only
really
knows
just-
supermodels.
I get blank stares.
Yeah, you.
Hey, listen, Larry, you live next to me in Beverly Hills now. You knew Clampett. You're right next to me.
Clampett.
I just heard you're gonna
you
come
right?
by
Don't
my.
give the address.
We're gonna. I know where you are. You're by Nate Now's, and my house has a water wiggle out front, and you're gonna have to come by and hang out with me.
What is that?
What's a water wiggle?
That's his thing for a supermodel.
What an idiot.
Okay, I'm going to try this.
Do you like hot sauce?
Oh, I hate it. But you got to try new things in life.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. Whoa! Son of a gun, that's hotter than a $2 pistol. Man alive.
Well, welcome to Phoenix. How long
thanks,
have you
man.
been in town?
I got in yesterday and I burned myself all over.
We said, what were you doing?
I know, it's hotter than a $2 pistol in this town.
So you're a little peeling a little bit on the nose?
Yeah.
So you don't come here often in the summer, is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, it's a good plan not to come in the summer.
And
it's
people-
nice every other
People leave
month.
in the summer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They scurry out.
Spent a lot of time in Southern California, San Diego.
Are you drunk? Because all you did was ride a cooler and you're sweating.
I am. Well, it's hot it's hotter than a $2
Well, he's
pistol
got like
in here.
12 layers on,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
thought it was going to be really cold.
When you're from Canada, this should be springtime for
No,
you.
I know I'm from Canada, but I'm still a human being. Like it's not like we evolved differently. I'm from the frozen north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets colder than a. It gets colder than a.
Here it comes. Get your finger on the panic button.
No, it gets colder than a vampire's demeanor.
Okay, that's better. Wow. Surprisingly cerebral.
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Just keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You go and call 911, but I already died. Yeah, worry about it. Say now, what you saying?
You said this is the coldest you've ever been. You're Canadian, so are you
No,
okay with this?
I've been colder than this. I've been colder than a vampire's.
Go on.
That's like
We're
an
waiting.
8 a.m. joke.
It's no, yeah, we can do it at 7:19. The stage is yours.
He was the handsomest man in the world.
Who's this?
Paul Newman.
Oh, wasn't he though?
Just throwing that in as an aside. I keep a picture of Paul Newman in my living room.
Oh.
That was signed to me.
Uh-huh.
And he wrote to the judge. If only you were the judge on my DUI.
You do a lot of work for charity, Norman, in the sense that you'll go on TV shows for charity. You did, didn't you do a Celebrity Millionaire or something like that?
Yeah.
And how did you do on that? Did you win money?
Yeah.
You
no,
did.
I did. The celebrity, the charities did.
You're not the celebrity?
The charities did.
But you were the celebrity on Millionaire.
Yeah. Do you remember leukemia?
Yeah.
My money that pushed it over doesn't exist anymore.
You got rid of it.
I got rid of it.
No, you went on Millionaire with Regis, right?
Yeah.
And Regis asked you questions.
Yeah.
And then you answered up to, do I have this right? $500,000 worth of questions. Wow.
Yeah, he won $500,000.
Brainiac.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty smart. 500,000 to get up to. That's pretty good.
Norm's a smart motherfucker.
But I'm not anywhere close to Brainiac.
Well, Brainiac, of course, was invented on Krypton. He's a supercomputer. But I don't say literally. You're
I
Brainiac,
was saying, you're comparing me. That's high praise. Because Brainiac, you could tell even from his head how smart he was.
And he had tubes coming out of his head.
I know, man.
Norm picked Paul Newman's charity because Norm wanted to meet Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So you gave to his salad dressing
Yeah.
empire kind
and
of thing?
also, it is a great
The hole in the
cause.
wall
The hole in the
kids
wall
or
game.
How long ago was this? A couple of years ago?
Yeah.
So Paul Newman was
26 years ago.
So did Paul Newman call you personally and say to you, "Hey"?
No, he wrote a letter.
Did he?
Yeah.
Look at you, $500,000 contribution.
Yeah, and I could have gone to meet him, but then I was too afraid.
What do you mean you were afraid?
Well, you know, when like it seems like a good idea, but then when it comes down to it, it's just you and Paul Newman.
Yeah, you don't know what
in
to
a
say.
room. Yeah, and then you got no stories. Like, what am I gonna say? Hey man, one time Will Ferrell was.
Rob Schneider and Football Williams. I'm sure you'd love
Schneider.
that.
You know him at all? Do you know anyone that I'm talking about? Do you know any entertainers I know?
That was a great story about you and Redford.
Yeah.
Listen, me and Artie Lang.
In other words.
So that was Robert Shaw, huh? Hey, fucking Bud Friedman's backstage with me. This guy's a character.
What you're saying is Paul Newman wrote you a letter and said, "Why don't you come out to my Paul Newman ranch?
Yeah.
And hang out with me."
Yeah.
So
But
I can
plus,
get to know
I
you.
kind of got the assumption that it would not be just me and Paul Newman. I suddenly had a fucking vision that it might be me, Paul Newman, and very sick children.
Oh, God.
So then it didn't become as appealing.
Well, you know what? Gary actually went to Paul Newman's house. Papa Booey went to Paul
did?
Newman's. Yes. He was there for some charity event.
Oh, not to
I think
harass him.
it was a political thing.
A political thing. And Gary was in the barn. Paul Newman has a barn on his property.
Yeah.
And if he wants to meet with you, he meets with you in the barn where he has all his memorabilia from his, well, now he's dead, but he had all his memorabilia in the barn.
Gary, go to the barn.
You walk around and it's almost like a Paul Newman museum. You see pictures, you see trophies, you see Academy Award, whatever. And then Paul Newman appears at the barn, and he speaks with you, and then he leaves. And that would have been it. I'm sure he wouldn't have.
Oh, that would have been it. Oh, that's his shtick he does. It's
I
his
think it's a
meet
shtick.
and greet.
It's
It's
a meet
like
and greet.
it's like Artie backstage at an Indian casino. I was going to be Martin Short's friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, "Hey, we should be friends and stuff." And he said, "Yeah, well, let's be friends. You go to a cottage." And I was like, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, you know? And then, so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you
but
mean
still,
the
I would have
cottage?
liked, that guy would be cool to fucking hang out
But
with.
what do you mean that would be a good friend
But then
for you?
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a cottage.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem
All of
with
a
you.
sudden, you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's
You go,
the problem.
Maybe I
Norm,
should have done this.
Norm,
What?
that's the problem
What's
with you.
that?
So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
Too guarded. I know what you're
it's
saying.
not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would
They're
you
not
go
cool
with Martin
enough.
Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage
No, I'm
and
not
hang
saying
out."
that. I'm
Yeah.
saying like I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded. Like
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
don't wanna
willing
be-
to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The
No, I would
idea,
I'd love
the
that
idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short, then having the pressure to talk and to interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you, and it wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in
with,
another lifetime.
Yeah.
Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite movie of all time. And The Hustler. Obviously, Paul Newman is my favorite actor. So I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Paul Newman. Yeah, Paul Newman is my favorite actor.
Yeah.
He's the coolest guy to me. And he had the coolest life.
Right.
Like when he was 50, he didn't drive race cars until he was 50.
Mm.
And then he became like a top-rated amateur race
He
car
won
driver.
race.
Yeah.
And he left Hollywood.
Incredible. And he left Hollywood?
He's just like, I'm done.
He was, even though he was super handsome, he just had his wife, Joanne Woodward.
Yeah.
And he was, by all accounts, monogamous and lived a private life. And then he did all this amazing Newman's Own, all this amazing charity work for sick kids. And so he had a life that...
Butch Cassidy's up there.
Yeah,
It's one
Butch
of the top
Cassidy.
movies of all time.
The Verdict. Like, you think of all the movies he's done that are classics.
Right.
Yeah, Butch Cassidy I loved. Who are those guys? Where he kept saying that.
Where they're up in the mountains. Who are these guys?
Beginning to get on my nerves. Who are those guys?
Yeah, that had a lot of comedy in it.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a funny. Even when he got older, there was a movie called Nobody's Fool where he played like a kind of an old guy that was like he could get girls, and he drank. He wasn't a good father, he was like one of those guys that everybody knows, in real life. Everybody knows a guy that's like 55 and still goes to bars and and drinks and gets laid and doesn't grow up.
Yeah.
And so that was also a great movie. He's just had and I like that he and The Sting. I mean, there's so many movies.
Sting. And talk about a guy who picks good projects.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 60% of having a career like that.
Yeah.
Good to see you, my friend.
You too, pal. Yeah, how the fuck do you get $4 million? Where's that going? How the fuck do you get that?
You got to blow a lot of dudes. No, here's how you get it. You sell a whole bunch of your other cars that you bought over the course of the last decade.
Right.
So that you can raise the money for the one car. So it's like sell 5 or 6 cars to raise some of the money for the one car.
So is this like, you love this car?
I did a documentary about Paul Newman racing, and this is the car he drove at Le Mans. So, which is a big deal.
Did you meet Paul Newman?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, sad, right?
He invited me to, because I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
And that was my charity, right? And so I won $500,000.
Hole in the Wall gang?
Hole in the Wall gang.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell them. So they just got a check for
$500,000.
$500,000.
Should have got $1 million.
So then, yeah.
I want to get into that.
So then, they keep sending me they want more money. Like they think
it's like an alumni association.
They think I'm a guy with $500,000 every fucking year. So I'm like, no, I don't have $500,000.
Yeah, this Norm MacDonald, he must be some sort of shipping magnate or something.
Exactly.
I've never heard of him, but he evidently has very deep pockets and loves homeless children, so we should just keep hitting him up for money.
That's exactly it. He was going to meet me, so he's my hero, kind of. I love that.
Newman's your hero?
Well, I love all his movies, and I love how he's conducted his life.
Oh, boy, do I have a documentary for you.
Really?
Yeah.
The one you made?
Yeah, it's all about his racing life.
Oh, that's awesome, because, I love that, I don't know how old he was, but he was 40 or something. He was, when he started racing.
Yeah, late 40s.
Became one of the best
4-time national
drivers.
champion.
Amazing.
I got 2 of his championship cars 100 feet from here.
And he's by all evidence, he was monogamous with Joanne Woodward. He wasn't a player. when he was the most handsome guy ever. You know what I mean?
You know what's weird I just thought about, Norm? I think you might appreciate this conceptually. We appreciate two dudes. We appreciate the guy who's been faithful to his wife for 47 years and never looked the other way with all the trappings of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And we then thus also worship at the altar of the guy who fucked everything that wasn't nailed down. Like, boy, that guy was serious cocksman. I mean, boy, he fucked everyone. We don't, but when someone goes, he fucked like 8 chicks over the course of 40 years, we go, I don't know about him.
Well, you know, it's like if a guy,
it's feast or famine in the fucking department.
It's like if a
one
guy,
chick or 180.
If a guy gets divorced twice, he's kind of a loser. But if he gets divorced 9 times, he's a character.
Oh, ladies' man. Yeah, hide the daughters when he comes into town.
This I heard Larry King say to a guy once. The guy had lost his child. Oh, no. And Larry King goes, Paul Newman told me, you never get over it. It's like some unfeeling psychotic.
When I first met you and I saw you, I was like, oh, he's doing like a Jerry Norm thing.
Yeah, completely.
Seinfeld and Norm. I think Attell and Dangerfield were my...
Yes.
Every comic you'd see, Joe Mackey was like Hedberg and Eugene Merman.
Wow.
You could always see who people were kind of influenced by in their first couple years. And for you, it was Norm Macdonald. I still remember when he made it to the finals on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He made it to the $1 million question, and he bailed because it was for charity. But it turned out he knew the right answer. So this is a guy who, by all accounts, was like self-educated.
Yeah.
And made it that far. I mean,
tell me what you want to do.
I think Pinehurst is too obvious, so I guess I will say what's the matter? Greenbrier. What are you making that face for?
I'm scared to death.
Okay, I'll just give it $500,000.
All right. What do you think?
I have no idea. I said my guess.
Did you say Greenbrier?
Yeah.
You would have won $1 million, but
really one of the best comedy minds of all time. I remember Colin Quinn told me a story once that, one of my favorite musicians ever, Leonard Cohen, being a Canadian, would go see Norm Macdonald play.
Whoa.
And Norm was like, who's this guy? Who's this old guy? He didn't care that Leonard Cohen was a Norm Macdonald fan.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Not just his stand-up, but I mean, an edgy, underappreciated Weekend Update anchor.
Oh, the best. Easily the best Weekend guy.
And I believe he followed Kevin Nealon, who I thought was great as well.
Nealon was great.
Yeah, different type of anchor.
Yeah, Dennis Miller was always like lauded as the best one, and then I feel like Norm kind of took it over.
Well, Norm was our guy. It's almost like people were like, I'm a Letterman guy, and then we're like, well, we're Conan guys.
Right.
That's kind of what Norm was. Remember, he did a bit that defended Tiger Woods that I thought was hilarious on the show, and the bit was basically like, how many... Well, he's like, yeah, he cheated, but think about how many women hit on him. Like he goes, how many women hit on you in this many years? He goes, 1 in 10 years. He goes, Tiger had like this many hundred. He only slept with this many.
Right.
And he did the math. He goes, he's more faithful than you are. That's a great angle for a bit.
Angle.
Also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once... It's not even 10, we just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You gotta factor those gals in. Then, that makes the percentage 0.000000006, which statistically is 0. So, from a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived.
A lot of great comics are like, well, I think it was more like the media was tearing Tiger to shreds, and even though we can agree what he did was wrong, I think he felt for him, and that was his way of being like, I feel for this guy that is being railroaded. Like when you see the Tiger doc, you do feel for him.
Sure, of course.
There's nuance to the picture, and he added nuance. That's what I think. That's what I took from the bit. He was a true comic legend. I mean, so many comics revered him. He was a comics comic. And it's rare for those guys to break through and have the mainstream success that Norm had. But he really did,
Yeah.
He had a lot of failed pilots, but he kept getting the pilots because I think he was one of those guys, I think even the suits were like, nah, he's good. Like, he had that kind of pure, tall, good-looking guy, great observational, could work clean, kind of had all the tools of what a mega star stand-up should have, but he was just so dry and such a disruptor that would get in the way sometimes. But,
totally.
You know. I met him twice, and the first time I met him was I was doing this comedy style competition at Caroline's, and it was the Final Four. It was me, Dan Soder, who eventually beat me in the final two. It was me, Soder, Nick Cobb, and Adam Newman.
Wow.
And Norm Macdonald was just chilling in the crowd watching.
Damn.
And he couldn't have been nicer. He was so freaking nice to all of us.
Yeah.
Complimenting our acts, being like, man, I could never do this type of thing, you know. So cool. And then the other time I met him was on Last Comic Standing when he was a judge, and I got eliminated in the first round. I had a pretty good set, better than a lot of people who moved on, but it's NBC. Let's face it.
That's how it goes.
But I remember I had one joke that Norm singled out and goes, that joke is gold. And that to me was like, it was, to me, I didn't even feel that bad. I got locked off because I was like, Norm Macdonald, who is the judge that I connected to his work the most, it was Roseanne and Keenan. I connect to Roseanne's politics, of course. But no, but it was Roseanne and Keenan Ivory Wayans. And like, obviously I love In Living Color, but Norm, I'm a comic. Norm was the guy I connected with. And the joke he loved was I said, you know, my last girlfriend was a hoarder and she broke up with me, which stings extra hard. I'm like the one thing she can get rid of. And he said he loved that joke. And then I got Keenan kind of digged me in the last comic thing. He said, no, I like some of your jokes, but not all of them. And I said, well, I loved all your scary movie films. And it got a huge laugh. And he's, I only did the first two. And I was like, all right. I remember I saw Norm in like the food. Yeah. He couldn't let it pass. He couldn't take the L on that one. I knew I was out after that.
Right.
And then I'm walking through the thing. It was like a break. I guess they were taking a break, the paid audience. And I see Norm and he goes, I really like that you dug it.
Oh.
So that was a special moment.
He's the real deal. He really is.
Yeah, I think he could tell. And I said I met you once at Caroline's, and I told him I really like
Canadian, right? Canadian, right?
Yes.
Funniest, besides you, funniest comedian to come out of Canada.
Norm Macdonald.
Norm?
Correct
answer. We were talking about that before the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I
love Norm.
Oh, he's so good. Me doing stand-up, if you haven't heard a good comedy album lately, get me doing stand-up. That's not me, but that's the name of his.
Yeah, that's
album.
is that the one where he's in the blue shirt and the leather jacket? Is that?
I've
seen the one on.
I've
seen the special.
It's one of his more recent ones, and oh man, when he talks about like Tiger Woods and OJ, and
is that the same one? Alcoholism is the best disease.
Yeah,
is that the same
that's
one?
the one. Yeah. If you're gonna have a disease, because you get drunk,
you should just do Norm's bits.
I should
just sit here and do Norm's bits here for.
You're both from Canada. That's the law. You can steal it. It's fine.
I think over the border, you can do whatever you want.
Have you met Norm Macdonald before?
I got to work with Norm, and I guess I hope he doesn't mind if I tell him because this is a very endearing.
Last Comic Standing.
No, I did.
Right?
I did the season before.
Okay.
But I got to work with him one week, and we.
What did you do?
Oh man, I watched every single set he did, and it was so cool. And we actually got. You know what? I already got into the story, so I got to tell.
But let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to get high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't really get high before shows, but afterwards, cool. And
Sure.
he's like, no, now.
Well, when Norm Macdonald says now,
right?
You say yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he goes and hands me the joint, and I was like, okay. And then he hands it back for a second hit, and I was like, no thanks. And he goes, what's your problem? And I go, well, I'm just worried I'm going to repeat a joke, and I still have to go up and bring you up because the opener was on,
right?
And I was hosting. So I still have to go up there and bring you up, and I just don't. I already did some jokes earlier, and I just don't want to tell the same joke again. And he goes, "That's insane. You're an idiot. Smoke this." And so I smoked it, and then we go inside, and I'm so high. I go, I'm just gonna bring you up. I'm not gonna do any time. I'm just gonna bring you up. And he's like, no, do a couple minutes. And I go, no, but please just let me just bring you up. And he goes, no, do 5 minutes. This guy's doing really well. Give me, take a little, do a little time in between.
You need a little buffer between comments.
Yeah,
right.
I said, okay. So I went up there and I was so high, I was like, I don't even remember what I said in the first half of my set, so I'm just going to tell jokes that I haven't told in years. and when I told a joke...
so you told the audience, you let the audience in on the fact that you had been...
No, the audience didn't know.
They didn't know.
So I would just tell...
okay. Oh, so you just said that to yourself, I'm just going to do jokes I haven't done in 5 years.
Yes,
okay.
And I walked on stage and I would tell a joke, and then I would watch the audience, and if they laughed, I would relax and go, okay, that one down. And I did that the whole set. It was horrible. I was so stressed out. And then I just said, ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald. And I look over to my right, and there he is walking the opposite way. and the feature turned him around and pointed him to the stage.
Over here, Norm.
That's how high we got by accident.
By accident, like you tripped on a joint. Right. But I mean,
I love the peer pressure from Norm, though. That's awesome. It's like a high school and middle school all over again.
And he's my hero. So I just, for me, I was a little worried about him. But then he walked on stage and he opened it up with this great bit, and he was crushing.
Right.
He was destroying. And then he got the light, and then he started to wrap it up, and he started to tell the joke he opened with. And I started to freak out. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And the audience thought it was a joke. They thought he was being Norm.
Sure.
But when he delivered the punchline, and it was the same punchline, they realized he had just forgotten his joke, and they didn't laugh. They felt a little betrayed, and he walked off stage in complete confusion. And
that bit usually kills.
And then the feature goes, "You told the same joke twice, you idiot." And he goes, no. And then he looks at me and he goes, this is your fault. And I never got to work with them again. That was the last time I worked with Norm.
But you know what? With Norm MacDonald, though, that's Norm. He's so irreverent that
you'd almost expect it.
He can do that.
Yeah.
And that's a bit in itself. I mean, look at the cauliflower joke he did on the roast of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
That bit, he purposely went up there on that roast and bombed on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was genius.
Yeah.
I saw your show 3 times over the last 2 days. The third time, last night, I was watching you, and in my mind, I was going, did he say that already this show, or was that the show before? And so does it ever get muddled in your mind?
Well, it gets muddled that I change the order all the time.
Yeah, you do that. But
sometimes I think of stuff as I'm talking too, and so then it becomes something else all the time. But do you mean, did I say this during the set itself?
Yeah.
Yes, I've thought that before. But I've thought that I used to think that when I did 2 or 3 shows in a row and
on the same night.
On the same night, yeah, and I had my set list because I mix myself up all over the place. I definitely go, oh my gosh, did I say that, or did I? Because something occurs to me and then it reoccurs, and then I go back to the first point, and then, yeah, sometimes I get confused as to, that's a scary feeling.
Have you ever repeated yourself?
I think I've repeated myself, because sometimes you can hear like a sort of a chitter,
a murmur.
A murmur that
goes
sounds different than
a
laughter. And then what I do is I try to just repeat everything as if I intended to. That's my default position.
Genius.
According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In Princess Anne, Maryland, state health officials have discovered what caused the mysterious death of 200,000 fish at a Somerset County fish farm. The culprit? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Entertainment Weekly's list of the 101 most powerful people in show business is out. At number 1, Fox CEO Robert Murdoch. And at number 2, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll? You guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. And the British Sunday Times is reporting that Belgian doctors have accidentally cloned a human being. The human being? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Recent photos sent from the Galileo space probe orbiting Jupiter's moon Europa suggests that it meets the conditions necessary to support a primitive life form. Just what kind of life form? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the votes are in. And Entertainment Weekly has chosen its funniest man alive. And who is the funniest man alive? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Congratulations, Frank Stallone.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis for better anyway.
On Weekend Update, when you anchored, Frank Stallone was often a punchline. Did he know it was coming, or did you ever talk to him afterwards?
But I talked to his brother, Sylvester Stallone, who hosted the show, and he was like, "What the fuck with Frank?" And so I said, "It's a complete non sequitur. It's ridiculous, you know." And so he told me, he says, "The thing with Frank is, after Rocky, he decided to become a boxer. So, he'd go in the ring with it. He'd say like the Italian stallion's brother." He goes, "Every boxer in Philadelphia just beat the shit out of him." He goes, "You've never been right since, and I feel guilty about it." He says, "If you could just lay off him for a while." And I was like, "No." So I never did another job. Well, what is your character?
Well, it really, I wish I could tell you, because it isn't a pleasant guy. I mean, I'm mad about everything. I get into a little bit of politics. I get in a little bit of a religion. I love religion. I've been going to church since I was a kid. And my joke that I always say to my parents is, "You're going to go to church till you're 21 like I did." And everybody, my dad, when he was alive, and I said the same to my kids, except during NFL season. And, then I'll be with you in spirit.
Absolutely.
I'll be right there with you. But I said the character.
Do you feel that the new comedy, there's so much atheists? I feel that's kind of like the new hack comedy to me.
It's always been that way. I'm not a proponent. I mean, I've studied religion in college, and I take my kids. That's where I got into physics. See, the chances of this thing happening, like by accident, carbon-based life forms, that heavy stars, deuterium, and you get into the quantum physics of it. It's very peculiar that we're here at all.
Yes.
It's very peculiar that this worked like this, and some of these ancient texts, especially Jewish texts, I give these Jews great credit, because there was 300 or 400 years before the Buddhists. They came up with law from Sumerians, Babylonians, blah, blah, blah. But basically, without law, we'd eat each other. That human nature, this is, I think John Wayne said, you can't legislate it. He said, he turned from a very good progressive, from Democrat to a Republican, because he got pushed by we think. And he said, listen, you can't legislate human behavior. You put 30 people in a room, give them all $1. In a week, 2 guys are going to have all the money. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
People do this evolution of mankind. And I said, I've never been church was never. I got kicked out of more churches because of stupid crap I'd say. Like even the bishop said, "We just don't want you around here anymore." I mean, literally.
Well, don't you find sometimes the problems with atheism is that really their problems are with churches, not with God?
Well. Listen,
they go, there's no God because a priest fucked a kid. It doesn't make any sense.
No, but I said, my older daughter's atheist, and I said, well, philosophically, it's an irony there too, because atheists don't believe in God. Well, there has to be a God for you not to believe in. And my daughter goes, she's still in therapy over that.
No, I always wonder about that because, and also, the atheists are usually choosing a God not to believe in.
You have to have a God not to. Otherwise,
like Dawkins doesn't believe in a Christian God specifically.
Exactly. And I said, I get the idea. It's weird. There's an old the spiritual side of philosophy will get to this point where they said, if God is unlimited, which you have to agree kind of rationally, that's what a God. How would God ever deal with limited us? It's very difficult. Every time God has tried to speak to us, that person got killed. Because he said, hey, this is great. And then people shot him. There's only been very few people that actually spoke or had said they spoke directly. And they all translate what they heard into human speak. And they're generally kind of screw it up somehow.
Sure, of course.
And it'd be very difficult. There's a Mark Kornhauser, used to be a magician that I work with all the time. And this is one of my analogies for the spiritual life. He goes, he did that trick where you rip a newspaper. Remember, magicians always worked with us with prop acts, and comics probably are going prop act. A lot of prop acts I like. The Amazing Jonathan is hysterical, and I like magicians.
You rip the
nouspper, and then you unfold it.
Yeah,
and I'm on stage going, it's magic. I watched both hands. There's no, he didn't. I couldn't get it, so I backstage said, "Show me that." He goes, "No, I'm not showing you that. If I show it to you, 3 things will happen. You'll go, oh shit, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Then you'll try it, and magic will no longer mean anything to you.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. One day I was saying, I wonder what like prophets saw. And then God, imagine that if God said, listen, if I show you what's really going on here, you're going to go, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And then you're going to try to tell people. And the third thing is you just won't want to be here anymore. This won't mean anything. So you got to, I heard some guy say.
The only guy he ever showed was Job.
And then I think the prophet Islam.
Ezekiel?
No, Muhammad. They showed him, and then he wrote it because his miracle, he said to his staff, was.
We're not going to get too deep into that.
No, but you don't want to get into that. He couldn't read or write, so he said his miracle was he wrote their holy book.
But he was a nice guy, from all accounts.
Really, he was a good guy. Learn my lesson. Break.
Yeah,
I guess that's a word. I thought
we're supposed to take a break, and so he thought when you said take a break, then I would go. Speaking of taking a break, I'll take a break. I guess that's what he meant. Is that what he meant? He pointed to it.
Yeah, he just.
Would you like to do it, Adam? You like doing that.
Doing what? I don't like doing any.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Tim Allen.
Everybody lies, right? You gotta lie there, but you ever lie for no reason? That's a bad lie there. Usually there's a reason, like you want to protect somebody's feelings or, screw over your buddy or something like that, but you ever lie for no reason at all, just all of a sudden a big lie spills out of your evil head there? And you don't even know, like a guy comes up to you and go, hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and a horse? And you go, yes. In the back of your head, you go, what the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head? I don't know, man.
Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something. It's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. It's like he said, yes. You ever find yourself, one of Norm's bits, which I just thought, like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Saying, hey, did you see Avatar? Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
That's a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's good.
And my favorite thing about Norm is that he will just flat out lie. Just for his own entertainment, he'll just tell you a story that has never happened. He's completely making things up.
I was with
he does
Larry
it all the
Flint
time.
at the White House.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll hook you up. Now, if my uncle from the plains of Ontario said, I'll hook you up, he'd probably get you a nice mincemeat pie. But when Larry Flint says it, something dirty.
Best.
Truly one of the best.
Is the First Lady a compulsive liar, though? It's beginning to look that way. In an interview on last night's 2020, intended to promote her new book, It Takes a Village, Mrs. Clinton folded under tough questioning by Barbara Walters and admitted that, in fact, it does not take a village, and furthermore, that she was aware that it does not take a village when she wrote the damn book. Meanwhile, President Clinton is hard at work on Tuesday's State of the Union address, in which he'll focus on crime, education, and the economy. At the request of the First Lady, part of the President's speech will be huge lies. More questions about Hillary Rodham Clinton's truthfulness. In an interview this week, the First Lady claimed that she won the women's 100-meter dash at the 1956 Olympics, and that she had an IQ of, quote, over 700. When it was pointed out to her that these were not especially good lies, Mrs. Clinton responded, I know, I have a problem, and then added, I invented the formula for 7-Up. In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. For years, Hillary Rodham Clinton has told people that she was named for the first man to climb Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary. But as Esquire magazine recently pointed out, Sir Edmund did not climb Mount Everest until 1953, 6 years after Hillary was born. However, the First Lady does have a good explanation for the discrepancy. She loves to lie. A former Arkansas banker told the Senate Whitewater Committee this week that he gave Bill Clinton a $20,000 loan as a favor, even though it was, quote, unacceptable banking practice. In response, President Clinton stated that he has no recollection of such a loan, while First Lady Hillary Clinton said, we've never even been to Arkansas. Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies.